And then number three, we just don't ask enough questions. So they don't feel heard. And everyone is different. We know from doing our personality assessments and DISC that everyone has different needs, different expectations. But if I didn't ask enough questions, they don't feel heard. They don't feel like, oh, Jen's going to be the person who's going to find me the right home. Jen's definitely, she understands my house so well, she's going to get top dollar for it, right? Because I didn't feel enough warm and fuzzy that I asked enough questions, that I knew enough about what their situation is. So clients will talk more when they ask or they disengage, which we don't want that. So people don't commit to agents, they commit to people who understand them. Again, it's relationship business, right? They've come to us because they're confused and overwhelmed with the process. They want someone that they can trust and rely on, and that's us. So we want to ask them better questions like, what's important to you in this move? I've even asked, what's important to you in a realtor? What's the best way that you want to communicate? How often do you want to hear from me? Like just being super clear on communication, I think solves a lot of problems, right? When people get mad and frustrated, it's usually some sort of miscommunication or something. They have an expectation, you have a different expectation, and there's a gap. So just by asking more questions, you're going to really learn more about them and what they're looking for. What's your biggest concern right now? That's a great one. When someone's really pushing back, they're not writing the offer. They're looking at lots of homes, they're not writing the offer. They're looking at homes, they're writing offers, but they're not writing the correct offers to get accepted. There's something happening. There's a gap between, getting to the finish line. So maybe just asking what's your biggest concern. So you might find it's something really minor. I've had people tell me I'm afraid to commit to a home and not like it. Well, great. We have our buyback guarantee. If you hate it, we'll help you sell it for free, find you something else, right? Or someone might say, my biggest concern, I have a friend who said if I ever sold, they would buy it. So I don't really want to put it online yet until I talk to them. Like that's so silly, right? So we've actually added to a contract. If Bob Smith buys this, we'll process it and just do the paperwork. But most likely Bob Smith isn't going to buy it. He probably would have already bought it. So a lot of people say things doesn't mean they're actually going to follow through, right? They got to write a check too. It's much easier said than done. So when it comes to negotiating a price or something, most of the time they need our help to do that.